Welcome to Podbags. Today we're going to do a quote. I am quoting Ralph Waldo Emerson. I found this interesting, though. He said, "I dream of a better tomorrow where chickens can cross the road and not be questioned about their motives."
Ooh, I like it. And I also like that his name is three titular characters from media.
It's pretty good.
There's the hit "Where's Waldo?" He's right there.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Emerson. Emerson Fudd, his horrible cousin. Come on, bud. Come on.
Okay.
And then I can't think of a bit for
Wreck-It
Ralphie. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. That too.
I was going to do Wreck-It Ralph.
I thought Wiggum.
I'm a writer.
That's where I was.
Thanks, Ralphie.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh, there you go.
That was the one I would have went with. He did, he was a very introspective musician.
Yeah, that's
All three of
too
them.
highbrow for me. I'm like, what is it, deicide? No? I don't know.
So anyways, don't, hopefully we get to the point that chickens can just move about unfettered.
Yeah, it's true.
And I said fettered,
Fettered.
not feathered.
That's
Whoa,
pretty,
nice.
still
Got
pretty
them
good.
profiled.
I'm your host, Dave, and I'm joined by my co-host, Brom. And Danger.
Hi.
And welcome to Podbags, like I said. And we're going to be talking about some things today. We have a story. I have a story and some connected stories here that we're going to discuss. I think it's pretty exciting. I think you'll appreciate it all.
I mean, listen to us.
Yeah.
So
We're
exciting.
On the
I
edge of
know.
our seats. The
It's
ticket paid for
firmly
the
planted.
entire seat.
Right. You
Eyebrows
paid
are
for the whole
firmly
thing.
planted on my forehead.
Only needed the edge.
So we'll get to that in a moment. We have a current story that I found very entertaining, and then some related information.
Okay.
Or some related stories, I guess.
Okay.
But first, we're going to ask ourselves a very important question. If life is a video game, what cheat code would you want to use the most?
The San Andreas one where it gives you the jetpack.
Right to GTA, this guy. The
You want a
jetpack?
jetpack?
Yeah, that'd be sick. Just
not
fly
wrong.
around.
He's not wrong. I
Right.
mean, that sounds pretty awesome.
You know what actually better?
What do you got?
What is it? A Konami code, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want like infinite lives? Well, it's not infinite. What is
What?
it? It's like 9 or something. 9 lives? What is it?
If you're doing the Contra one, it was
That's what I'm thinking.
30.
Oh, it's 30? Even better.
I'm
Yeah, it was
fine
30, I
with
think.
30 lives. Sounds great.
Wow.
That's probably just enough before you're like bored with existence. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you can only live like so many lives before you're like, okay,
What if those 30 lives are only 1 year long?
still
Damn.
a good time.
Couldn't you just put in the code at the last
Oh wait,
second?
hold on. Am I going from birth to one? Because that's not a great time.
No, let's start from here.
30
Right.
years of being an infant.
A 1 year old.
That's just terrible.
That would be like a horrible movie. That'd be
It's
horrifying.
awful.
Right.
Wow. Stuck as a baby.
Stuck as a baby might be the
That's
title.
the name, the working title.
There's
I
like
think
one of the
it's great.
Wayans brothers in it.
because of course it does.
Hey, they're legends.
It could be like Baby Talk would be a good name for it.
Okay.
maybe.
Look Who's Talking was hilarious in its time.
Right. There
you
I'm
go.
just saying
Yeah.
that stuff was funny.
The legend. Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your guys' cheat code? I'm doing jetpack. I don't care.
I can't disagree with the jetpack, but I right off the top of my head, bro, I just no damage. Take no damage.
Yeah.
You know how good like I'm a really good judge of character.
It's a good start.
What? Come on now, give me the benefit.
Just mean you're sounding like Punisher right now.
A little bit, okay.
Good judge of character.
I'm just saying this place could use a new god.
Well, I mean,
Vote
you'd
for
just be
danger.
invincible, but you can't like do more stuff.
What do you mean I can't do more stuff?
Well,
Okay, so how am I? If I am infallibly indestructible,
You're indestructible from the outside, though. Can
So?
you imagine if you like hurt your hip getting up?
why'd you have to say hip? My hip is actually bad. Like,
Oh, I
that's not-
forgot.
That's not even funny.
I'm sorry,
Come on,
I
man.
actually forgot.
No,
But you know what I mean.
That would suck. Or what do you burn your tongue on some hot pho?
Oh, jeez.
Here's what I'd say. You couldn't. I would say that no, you'd be invulnerable from that because from the outside,
That's fair.
it's still like it's technically going inside, but it's
External.
fine.
Okay.
Whoa.
What about poison?
No, that would be fine.
What
I
about
would
scalding poison.
I would say anything like your body would still like would still do its regular cycle, and that's where the problems would occur. Also, any things you still have, you still couldn't eat Taco Bell because of your poor GI tract.
Yeah.
It's locked in. I like the idea
It's
of they're like, you get invulnerability. Sounds good, right?
Okay.
Not bad. Whoa. And crapping is half the battle. Here's the problem, though. It's like insurance. If pre-existing conditions,
They stay. It's like vampirism.
you get invulnerability, but the pre-existing
This
conditions.
just sounds like vampirism, which, again, I'm fine with.
Well, they can't eat garlic either, so
Yeah, well, that's fine.
they also have GI tract issues.
It's well, everybody's got problems.
Yeah, I mean,
But if that's the cross I gotta bear,
that's pretty fair. I feel like that's a good
Right.
trade.
Yeah.
he says as he literally just ate garlic bread. Whap.
Okay, well,
Indestructibility, man. I don't know. That's just the go-to.
yours is slightly better than mine.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke Cage versus a dude in a
Jetpack
jetpack, man. Like,
You trying to punch me? Watch this. Fly away.
he's gone. Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do?
For the next 5 minutes while I still have fuel.
No! Shout at him. You're like, hey. What do you think? What do you think, Dave? What do you got? What do you got?
I'm just gonna go infinite ammo.
Oh,
Good
that's terrifying.
Good Lord!
I could.
I thought my new God pitch was scary.
At least his was vague.
I could sell ammo if I needed money
That's a good idea.
because it's infinite. So I'll be like, nah, I don't need some of
Wait,
this. So,
but then think about it.
so then I could create money. But then obviously
anything
if
gun
ammo,
related.
right?
If
I
you
could-
if you were stranded and you had a water gun, infinite. You have water
infinite
forever.
water.
Yeah, because it's
all,
ammo.
Yeah, because that's all internal. Your brain, you got to decide what is and isn't ammunition, and you're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
You
clever.
know. Yeah.
First invention, pizza gun, right out of the gate.
Nice.
Right out of the gate.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Calzone launcher.
Oh, like a caulk gun just filled with pepperoni. Just ejects it.
It just leaves like what is it? String cheese in this tube. It's like,
And there's like already that salt gun that kills flies. So
True.
you have
I
that
love
All
for
for
that.
seasoning.
flavoring. Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
that so
you know.
bad. If you
Right.
are out there listening, sponsor me, please. I will promote your product up and down.
We'll do a
See?
live video of us just
I will.
killing flies.
That's what I'm saying.
I was just going to say you can shoot me with it to make sure that it's safe. I'm fine with it. I volunteer.
See, infinite ammo.
I've been shot with worse. You have infinite salt.
Wow. That's
Like Job's
such
wife.
a good idea. You know what? You actually sold me on it.
Right?
Some people may have heard that.
Yeah. There we
Love
go. All right.
You're welcome, Jeremy.
Right. Apparently,
Shout out Eddie Vedder.
but yeah, whoever was singing did not speak today.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, it wasn't necessarily thinking this, but it works out. It's just how serendipitous things can be.
Have we segued?
We are segueing right
Segued.
now.
Wow.
We're segued. Consider yourself segued. We're talking about animals today. I mentioned a chicken in our question, or our top at the top, but now we're going to talk about this. Our story. This is a current story, and this is I found this amazing. This is great. What we have is we have some swearing parrots.
Swearrots.
Okay.
Yep, parrots. There were some swearing parrots. The headline is "Swearing parrots are separated after telling folks where to go."
That's vague.
The fact that they didn't write Swearrots makes me sad.
I know.
inside.
Swearrots is maybe I will call them that for the
Sad
rest
inside.
of this.
You gotta market it.
I'd appreciate it.
This is so random, but
rest
it's
of our-
slightly connected, just marketing wise. You know that they
Marketing.
You know that Nintendo never called it the Wiimote. They only said Wii Remote, but everybody else just called it Wiimote.
Shut up.
That's so stupid. They should
Shut
have called
up.
it Wiimote.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
I could have swore I've seen it written somewhere.
Yeah, you saw other people write it. You didn't see
Right.
Nintendo write it.
You never saw
don't-
official
That's
Wiimote.
I don't generally talk to Nintendo corporate,
That's
so
fair.
that's
Not yet.
touche on that.
Right.
Yeah, until I make a Pal World mod.
Cool. Well, back to the
Come on, man,
Swearrots.
that's Pokemon, and you know.
So, yeah.
Infinite
So,
ammo.
This is in the Lincolnshire Zoo. If I could talk, it'd be okay.
Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire Zoo, which is not in the United States.
All right.
I believe it.
Right. I do believe this is over in the UK somewhere. I'll have to.
The
say
uke.
Yeah, the uke.
Says no one ever.
So the Swearrots, we had 5 African gray parrots that have become Swearrots. Yes. Basically, they kind of learned how to swear. They joined a colony of 200 gray parrots, and basically, it says they started encouraging each other to swear.
They taught classes. Oh, that is splendid.
So apparently what was happening, obviously, I think some people know. I mean, some parrots are prone to do that. It's part of basically their personality.
They're assholes.
Right?
They are. They
obviously,
are.
these 5, yeah, exactly. They started a gang here. They decided, we're going to encourage each other and talk shit.
Oh man.
And so basically, what was happening was, they were. Obviously talking amongst each other, but then as human visitors would come in to view them, they didn't stop. They were like, okay. Apparently, they would tell some of the people even to fuck off.
There's a list. Oh, good.
And obviously, some people were like, "Oh, that's funny," and then of course, some people are like, "Well,
Clutch their pearls,
yeah, well." And I get like if you have like your 8-year-old kid with you and like
they're like a swear it
repeatedly
yes,
telling you to fuck off.
Yeah, they are.
You might be a little like, okay, like this is a little excessive.
Yeah.
Like your weird dirty uncle if he could fly.
Oh. Don't give him wings. Don't give him a jetpack either.
Don't give him any type of wings.
Don't
Just
do
cut to
that.
him covered in hot sauce.
Yeah.
Right?
Hot sauce.
Wings.
Oh no, yeah, no, I got it. I still was with the jetpack thing, so I didn't know why he was flying through the air covered in hot sauce.
That would be terrifying.
It was an image.
I'm
It was
slippery.
an image. I'm
Can't catch me.
slippery.
Don't catch me. You don't catch me. And so we do I have a little more here as we're reading through. So apparently there was the original group of 5, and they actually got 3 more birds that
They're
are
like the
also,
X-Men.
Yeah, it's expanding. So the number now is we're up to 8 Swearrots.
Someone's keeping track. What a terrifying job.
Yeah. So they're hoping. Apparently, they've integrated them with some of the more well-behaved ones because they're hoping that it will actually
Kind of spread that around.
tamp that down again a little bit. Yeah,
It's the reverse.
Yeah.
It's like putting like a fresh bag of apples next to rotted fruit. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah,
It's
you're
gonna
gonna unrot the
It's
fruit.
going to make the other ones fine. It'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use an old reference here, but maybe some of you have heard this. So, if you remember a long time ago, there was a commercial with for Budweiser, and there was those 3 frogs, and one said Bud, and one said Wise, and one said See, they're thinking that way.
Okay.
If one bird just says "fuh," and then the other one says "kuh,"
It's technically split.
we're splitting it up.
They're just speaking
And then
pig
and
Latin.
what they have a third one that says crying out loud?
That's a lot for one.
How else
He's
are you going to
the
say
biggest
fuh?
one.
Cuh. How are you going to say
Ryan
that?
out loud.
That's what I'm saying. How are you going to say
That's his
that?
name. His name is Ryan out
Ryan aloud.
Wow, that's good.
That's great.
loud. Right?
It all
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
I don't know if that's what they're doing. But anyways, so that's what,
Should be.
apparently it was in 2020 when these parrots were donated. This was Eastern England where Lincolnshire Zoo is. And,
Do they have the accents?
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, it's
good.
funny
Right,
because... Well, they're African parrots, but yet they're
Piss
in
off,
England,
eh?
So, do they got like this weird like African English, like a little bit
like,
of both?
Well, like
That's
South
fantastic.
African sounds. It's it's like kind
Very
of in the
similar,
middle. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like Australian mixed with English. Like they kind of like weird. Like
I find it funny that the birds talk in the human language to each other, like because like cats meow 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 meow, but that's like
Right.
for us, like cats don't meow to each other, like they're not they make like weird noises to each other, but it's not like meow 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 time. But if the birds are like talking human language to each other, that's a little
Right.
strange.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, why haven't
So-
chimps done it? Well, it's because they don't want to pay taxes.
Dude, that's genius.
Yeah. There's a gorilla just looks at you. They're like,
Hold on. Are you
like,
telling
"What's
me
up,
that
dude?"
mumble rappers don't pay taxes?
is it? What?
What?
Is this? Did this get racial? What was that? What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm saying that's not words. You don't
Right.
speak a language?
I thought you were calling. Okay.
Come on now, no.
And not
I'm just
all-
saying, your segue sounded like you were saying,
I
you
would
know,
never.
No, and not all mumble
listeners,
rappers
danger is
are
not
of
saying that
one
black
race,
folks are
though.
monkeys. That's fucked up.
No,
Even hearing you say it
The way
now,
you phrased it, I was like, wow,
I
that's
really
okay. That's
didn't.
very
No,
odd.
I didn't
no.
get that from what he was saying.
I appreciate you.
He
just
was
backing you up for being like, that's
focusing
not
on the
what he meant.
language angle.
Look, we
If you
just
can't-
posted an Instagram post about Woody Allen fucking his dog. We
damn it.
gotta let people know.
Okay.
Podbags does not endorse any.
We don't
Ever.
endorse racism.
We don't even endorse our own statements.
Danger's from Flint. I'm from
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan. You
Right,
think I
yeah.
could get away with that? No, I'd be
Yeah,
murdered immediately.
turn you to dirty water. Yeah.
I was just saying
turn right to
they'll
left.
just be like, drink this glass of water, and you'll be like,
What?
I don't want to die.
Again.
All right,
I got
so
29 left. That'd be the end.
put in the code again.
I'm
Damn
saying.
it, put in the code. And they'd be like, oh shit, I'm 0 years old again. Damn it.
Start over.
So I want to. They have names for these. Obviously, the birds are named. I feel like we need to give them names, right? We need to tell you what they are. So the original 5, which feels funny because this is like crime here against birdanity. I don't
Nice.
know. Billy, Elsie, Eric, Jade, and Tyson.
Okay. Innocuous.
Yeah,
Tyson.
that's the original group. But then we have those 3, the new ones, the 3 new ones. We have Captain, we have Sheila, and then another Eric.
Oh, I was say Tennille.
Is his name literally another Eric? Because that is shit your
No,
pants
I think
funny.
it's Eric.
Okay.
I don't think it's another Eric.
Because that's fantastic.
Yeah. So we have 2 Erics. So apparently Eric is just, they're prone to swearing. Eric,
Well-
swear it. That works pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's D&D level stuff. That might have to be written down.
So yeah, so they
you have
are
a real
trying.
talent for them.
Oh,
Okay.
Pretty good.
I get what you.
That joke was foul.
Oh, nice. I will
it-
squawk at that.
You cannot take us anywhere.
These
You and I
jokes
just
are
birds
just
of a
flying
feather.
right by me.
Oh!
Okay. Please. Let's get the flock out of here.
Oh, he's good. Right on that. Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah, so anyways, they really are trying, they had tried the separation thing and that just apparently didn't work or maybe even made it worse. So that's why they're like, you know what, let's just put them with all the other ones and literally hope that the good manners will rub off.
You just made them all join the gang. That's all
Yeah,
you did.
it's so funny.
You increased their numbers.
Right. So I also find this amazing, though. So about 30 of the parrots there, they make various noises. Some of them make sounds like trucks reversing. Some imitate microwaves. So they're
Oh, you mean like the beep beep? Okay,
Right,
I'm
right.
stupid. I'm sorry.
It could have been either one, though.
they could, yeah. One does the and one does the beep. I don't know.
Oh, because just like the word, they trade off.
Right.
Oh,
That's great.
cool.
So at least though, luckily, at least one of the people there is aware that they admit we could end up with 100 swearing parrots.
Wear it.
We know, yeah, swear it. That could happen, but they're still going to try. You know, they're giving it a shot to see what happens if you give these 8 swearing the swearets.
Oh boy.
Mix them in with the nice parrots, which we know. I mean, think about humanity. That doesn't work really.
No.
I don't think it's going to work with the birds either.
It's like pee in the pool.
I was going to say that's
You
like
can't add more water to even it out.
because you still know.
It's all
They're
pee.
still pee.
You still know.
It's counted as pee now.
The American penal system has has found a way to just like get all the criminal minds together so they can learn from each other over
Like
time.
all,
which
like,
is
15
just,
seasons,
It's
yeah.
just terrible. This is just an awful system. That is not. Come on, that can't be what you wanted.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I do find interesting, kind of our last little tidbit from this particular story.
Planet of
is
the
that,
Apes. That's what it sounds like. The beginning of a Planet, of the Apes. movie.
Swearets.
I'd watch it.
You damn dirty.
The Lincolnshire Zoo, they also do have another bird named Chico. And apparently Chico is renowned for his imitation of a Beyonce song, If I Were a Boy.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Literally.
Okay. So is nice work. Is
Nice work.
Good test.
Yeah.
are they gonna like inject the swear words? And I'm assuming the song has little to no swear words. I'm not a
I don't.
Beyonce
That's,
fan.
That's
literally a separate. Yeah, this
That's
bird
just like,
just
oh,
happens to be
happenstance, yeah.
Okay,
famous
cool.
for that
Just
particular
checking.
skill.
Because they're gonna need an explicit label. That's
Yeah,
gonna
they
get
might
out
want
of
to keep
hand.
that one separate so
Yeah.
that it doesn't turn into
PWA.
It's gonna be
Parrots with that.
Oh,
Right on
That-
Lincolnshire.
that is-
Motherfucker named
that is really
another
good.
Eric.
Another Eric.
Eric.
MC another Eric.
Because that's a DJ noise too.
Yeah, it does work. Dang
Wow.
it. That
That
is
like I don't know what they wouldn't be Skywalker. Well, Skywalker works though. You don't even have to change that.
that's not too bad.
So so that is this current happening. Literally in the last week, a lot of this is developed of them trying to
Yeah, deal with
moderate.
this.
Yeah, moderate their parrots and get
Right.
them to calm down and quit cussing at people.
Stop it. Because the more that you say, knock it off, it's going to get worse.
It's true.
I think so. I do. So, I mean, obviously, this made me think about that then. What other animals do we know of that have the ability to either mimic or actually use, human speech?
I like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was just burbs. My cat is talking to me in the background. Can you
I
hear
thought that was
that?
a child.
That is my cat. He is angry. I'm not
He
throwing
heard
his
you,
ball.
or well, they heard you asking what animals can imitate humans.
He's like
Right.
right here.
Check this
All
out.
right, yep,
Human
check me out.
sounds. Human sounds. He's
So-
wrong.
Just says that. Cat.
Cat. They're Pokemon now.
So one actually I think I want to talk about right away just because it's not the perfect fit, but yet it was very popular, is Coco, the gorilla.
Oh.
And the difference there was, Coco was
signed.
skilled with sign language.
Yeah.
So-
Arguably.
Yeah, and to me that was the most popular one, like that came to my head, other than obviously the birds. But
Mumble signer? No.
right,
No, that's not. I'm sorry.
No, I went a different way in that. I'm not certain that it knew what each one was much more than when we were talking about how you hold up the sign of the word and the baby reads the word. No, they don't read the word. They recognize the symbol and they say or do the thing. Like that's not sign language. No, I don't agree. I don't think it was.
No, Coco kind of knew. Yeah, Coco could sign for sadness out of. Here's the thing.
But I don't. I looked at a bunch of documentary weird stuff about it, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if I believe
Look, I went to I'mRight.com and I found this.
Oh my
video.
God, you got it.
I found that. I know.
well he was right.
Oh,
I
see, I
showed-
went to Am I Right? Doc.
Oh, how
Net.
embarrassing.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we use contractions here.
Damn it.
Okay. No, I mean, the claim for Coco was that had a vocabulary of about 1,000 different signs that they used.
That's impressive.
But they did call it gorilla sign language, so there is that caveat, like you were kind of saying that
Yeah.
it's not necessarily pure, communication in that.
Far more banana based. I don't know.
Just banana, plantain, banana again,
Yeah, smaller
big banana,
Yeah.
small banana.
How happy are you?
dirty
Big
banana.
Okay.
Big banana. Oh,
Okay.
cool. I think that's
But
good.
anyways, I wanted to at least point that one out because, like I said, that was the one I thought about immediately. And of
tertiary,
course,
yeah.
it doesn't
I-
necessarily fit our definition that we're going to talk about, but it is
Perhaps not. But I didn't
yeah.
think anything other than birds could make that like language
right.
jump.
So this is where it gets a little weird. And a
Oh,
little
yeah.
scary. So I found a couple other ones that fit our thing. Do you want to start with the birds though, and then move on?
I feel like that makes sense. Make it more exciting as we go down.
I like
So
it.
I will say,
Here's my inquiry real quick. I'm sorry.
no, you're good.
Do you think birds are the best at mimicking humans because they're all descended from dinosaurs? They spent the most time with us?
Dang, that's a deep ass question.
It's a good question. They've had the most time.
We've been neck and neck. When they ate us. No.
We've been
No,
in
no,
there,
I-
yeah. I don't know. That's just like a stupid ass question, but feel free to.
Well,
Feel free to email us if you're a paleontologist or something, or like
Please do.
who's a studier of dinosaurs. Not
Please,
is that
please help us.
email us at
Whether you're pale or tan, we don't care.
Tanny.
Thank you, Michael
Paleontologist, tannologist.
That was a really hard word to try and put together. Paleontology to tannology. It didn't work very well with my face.
email us at podbagspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, please.
Yep. So parrots obviously are one of the high, prominent ones.
Offenders.
Even just generally, I do want to mention those. So pigeons actually have some ability. They can at least recognize some words.
Get your hot dogs.
Hot peanuts.
So this is from
walking in.
this is from Wikipedia. So they're mentioning that pigeons can identify different artists. So there's some recognition of images and stuff like that.
Cool.
You're talking like paint. You're not talking like audio
like
music
Banksy.
artists. That is nuts.
Yo, dog, that is
I was like,
listen to some NWA over here.
I don't,
Awesome.
birds can have all the attitude they want.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
And it also says they can recognize up to 58 four-letter English words.
Yeah, well, I can recognize like 3 or 9 or 4. So
Sometimes I win at Wordle.
Birdle.
Birdle!
oh, cool.
Oh, man, that's so good. Okay, now we have a whole list of things to give to them for their scientific research. We were spitballing some stuff. Here's some ideas.
So then we also have Java sparrows that can. They were able to choose music. They sat on a particular perch, which determined which music was played.
Okay.
We have a couple other birds. Let's see. Greater honey guide has a specific call to alert humans that can lead them to honey. So kind of like a bird dog, but honey.
It's a
guide.
bird.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a honey bird.
Does it go into anything closer about the birds listening to the music? I'm incredibly curious.
I think it's pattern recognition, right?
Some of the birds preferred Bach and Vivaldi over Schoenberg or silence.
Well,
And then some just had different preferences. So it was just an experiment, I'm sure. Yeah. Some Mersbo. Yeah.
Yeah, they're only
Some
playing Lane
infant
stuff.
annihilator.
That's
yeah,
right. They're like, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
What's her favorite yacht rock? Just loving it.
Loggins and Messina.
Cool.
Yeah. And then crows. We know crows, though, are actually really
Super
freaking
smart.
smart. Yeah, like scary smart. I think with crows, I think they can talk, but they just choose not to.
Once again,
Wouldn't you?
No taxes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Corvids.
I think they're just like, yeah, we can talk and we know everything you're saying, but we ain't saying shit.
We're
We're just going to remember who you are and if we like you or if we don't like you.
Here's the
and
thing.
We'll
behave
give you
accordingly.
gifts or shit on you. Like we'll do. Like
we
this
will
is
peck
great.
your eyes out of your corpse.
Yeah, we will.
This Asian place, delicious food, in a city near us here.
All right.
And I've gone in there maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's the dude there, and he's got like his full getup, and he's like chopping up. He's looking like a badass. He's cooking great, and he does the thing like, oh, extra sauce, ha, and he like does the thing. And then I swear to God, one time I was like in line like waiting for my food, but I was like kind of further away, so I think he was thinking. And like this other Asian dude came up, and he's like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, I'm good. How are you? And he just talked. And I was like, what? He just pretended not to speak English so he didn't have to talk to people. And I was like, he's genius.
Genius.
That's such a good idea. Just pretend. Oh, and he's like, I
No
can talk
one
to.
ever
I
know.
just don't want to. You want extra sauce? Just get out of here. I don't want to
Go
talk to you.
away.
And I was like, that's awesome. And then also, crows are so smart. They did this like test, right, where they like. They put on this Richard Nixon mask, and then they like attacked crows, and then they could like take the mask off, and they'd recognize the mask as a dirty right way. Oh no, I don't know.
Hold on. Is there 2 of me?
Is that the perpetrator of Watergate? No, I don't know. No, but that is real though.
They'd still be pissed off
Yep.
at the mask and not
yeah,
the person
just the
wearing
mask. Yeah,
Yep, they
'Cause
knew.
how to
Yeah,
specify like the face.
right.
Wow.
No, I am.
They're
familiar
awesome.
With that one. Yeah, they are. Yeah,
That's how
Crows
scarecrows work.
it is. Well,
You could just take the skin off that weird straw man and put it out there. Same effect.
To be fair, if we made like a giant bird that just sat in the middle of a field stationary, you'd be scared of it too.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why
made a whole
scarecrows are
movie about
scary.
No, that's fair.
so I'm going to get a little more specific though now. So Alex the parrot, he was a gray parrot, an African gray parrot. He actually is one of the most popular, most famous talking parrots.
Okay.
He lived from May of 1976 to September of 2007.
He's a doer.
Huh?
He's a doer. Just living.
Well, actually, that's a very short life for a parrot.
Aren't they usually?
okay.
Can't they
Like
usually live
70,
till about
right?
90?
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Holy
live
crap.
a fairly long time. So he actually passed fairly early in his life.
Yeah, see, I'm stupid. I have no idea how many years that is.
30?
Not even a little.
It's about 30 years.
Yeah, he was 30.
See, that sounds like way more. I'm just dumb. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't try to help.
But yeah, so he was part of a 30-year experiment that they did, that they worked with him, talking him, obviously teaching him language, but also trying to teach him recognition, and like proving the recognition that he actually had, things like that. And this, again, coincidence, but about 2 weeks ago, I actually listened to a story from the woman that was his caretaker, one of his caretakers. She was the one that was kind of like she basically spent time with him, and she's the one that really tried to get people to recognize his abilities and his intelligence.
Yeah.
So I had listened to her talk about this. It was a story that she talked about. So it was actually really fascinating because, like, she did, teach them, like they'd use, different objects. Is this a sphere? Is this a cube or a square or, rectangle? They would do things like that. And then, of course, color association and, like, all of these different things.
Fancy.
Do parrots are they also trichromatic like humans?
That's good.
Or do they have similar?
They must, because of that color recognition.
How hard could that be if you see two colors that are like completely different, and we're telling you that they're the same? They see like more than
they're
we do.
even better than us.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I just assume
Birds have an extra cone for tetrachromatic color vision, so they actually have so they actually have more than us.
How aggravating would it be for someone to be like, no, they're both blue, and you're like, no, stupid, that one's blue and that one's like,
Well, it's like
light,
women and
whatever.
men. Women, on average, women legitimately have more sensitive. They have more like preferations or whatever you want to call it, like more specificity in the colors that they can see.
Really?
right. Yes,
That's what I pretend when my wife.
Oh,
Go to Home Depot. Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, and that's all they're blue. No, it's true though.
no. I did not know that.
right. So I mean, so obviously, what would happen? They would ask him about certain things. He'd get rewards for correct answers and things like that, which obviously does skew that a little bit. But like the nice thing, like said, for at least for what I was listening to, because I got to listen to her talk about this, there were times that they weren't really interacting in that way. One of the examples that she had used, like I said, this is from the story she was telling. She was literally like, I think it was a TV show, and they were supposed to do their routine of, okay, Alex, what object is this? What color is it? Blah 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 blah, like that kind of thing, right? And he was giving wrong answers, and since she was used to working with him, she kind of knew he was being
Dicking
difficult.
with her?
Yeah. So she kind of got frustrated and was like, you know what? This isn't working. I'm going to leave. She just literally told him that, kind of talked to him like a normal, like a kid,
Yeah.
And as she started to walk away, he literally said, I'm sorry. And then he started telling her what the right answers were from her previous questions.
He was testing the water.
Yeah. So, like, to me, that is a pretty high level that he knew to apologize.
Yeah.
And
also
say,
yeah.
Yeah, like, I was kind of being a dick, and, like, here's all the right answers. So that means he retained that information even, over the past couple minutes, and was like, yeah, this is really what they were supposed to be. And, I mean, that's pretty impressive, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
to hear
very.
that, where you're like, that's kind of hard to argue, because he wasn't getting a reward necessarily in that case. It wasn't like, oh, here's food for it.
Right.
He like
wanted to come
legitimately
back.
he seemed to feel guilt and then also correct the situation.
That's better than most people I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So that's why that one was kind of cool. Kind of interesting. It does say he had a vocabulary of about 100 words. He could identify at least, let's see, in 1999 they said he could identify 50 different objects and recognize quantities up to 6. He could distinguish 7 colors and 5 shapes, and then he also understood concepts of bigger, smaller, same, and different.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, too, like, I would also say it's impressive because it's like, how many things could the lady show him? You know what I mean? Where it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, 50 objects, but it's like 50 distinct objects instead of like, if they just had like a bunch of people showing him objects like forever, he probably couldn't have known anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, here's I don't know, a small machine gun we can mount to you, and you're like, I recognize that.
He's like, this is great.
And
It's
then
a
you make a
hat.
movie called like Parambo or something as a parrot.
Rambo. This summer.
One bird.
So, Alex was kind of credited to be one of the more, like I said, prolific speakers, I guess,
Sure.
foreign language speakers of that. And I found that one interesting. And like I said, it was coincidence that I had heard the doctor that worked with him
You're right.
talk about him. So it kind of made it cool. So a couple other examples, though, and this is where, like you guys were just saying, so these were the interesting ones. These are the non-bird ones that I found interesting. So we do have an orangutan. An orangutan that this one, they're not necessarily using exact human speech, but they are doing some things that sound like human speech. So it's kind of in that area of, like I said, it's not necessarily that they're speaking like we are, but they are mimicking and they're using some things that sound very close to what we're doing. So it's more like a
is
testament, of language development of people and stuff like that. So this is Rocky the ape, or the
How
orangutan.
fitting from Parambo to Rocky.
It's really nice.
Yeah, Rocky the orangutan. Looks like currently, he's 12 years old. This was in 2017, so he, at the time. So, and he was in the Indianapolis Zoo. I don't know if he's still there yet. I didn't get a chance to look that up.
It's so random. Can you imagine him just like at like a Indiana 500 or whatever?
But so
Dale Earnhardt, you're great. Mountain Dew.
he was separated from his mother right after he was born, and then he spent his early years raised by people. And he was working in show business, so he was like in TV commercials and stuff. So we may have even seen him. Think about if you saw him.
Like Kirsten Duckson. What's it?
Yeah.
What?
Having a
There it is.
stroke.
Like what? Like Chuck
Kirsten,
Norris?
Kirsten
What?
Dunst checks in.
Yeah.
What's the movie? Dunst checks in.
Yeah, Kirsten
That's actually
Kirsten Chuck
Kirsten
Norris?
Dunst
Kirsten
chunks in. Kirsten Chunks dunks in.
She's just.
So he's living reverse Jungle Book.
Yeah.
A monkey raised by human. Well, not monkey. I'm sorry. Primate
Orangutan,
raised by
yeah.
humans.
Want you to be like me.
He even had a photo shoot with Fergie, the singer Fergie.
Whoa.
Yeah. So then he got moved to an animal sanctuary in Iowa, and then finally he was at the Indianapolis Zoo was the last place that he was. And what was happening was basically he was, especially the caretakers, they kept hearing something unusual, and they're like, "What is going on?" You know what I mean? You're walking by and you're like, "Okay, this is odd." And it's funny because apparently the caretakers around him and that. They named the vocalizations. They named them Wookiees because they say that he sounds like a Wookie when he talks.
That's
Interesting.
how it started.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So, when people would walk by, like he would purposely make sounds
To be like,
to
hey,
try to
what's
get
up?
people's attention. Yeah, he knew that language, that pattern would work. I'm gonna see. There's a couple of them on here. I'm gonna see if I can get these to play. In a way that you can hear them pretty well because they're trippy as shit.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get this one. Hang on. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I gotta turn this up more.
For Brother UK.
There we go.
Wanted to help their
There we go.
spend less time on manual expenses.
We can fix that,
Getting an ad read.
right?
If only.
Yeah, right.
We ain't paying you no money.
Hang on. Let's try
Get
this
it.
again. Okay, I think I got it.
Analysis. Click the
Oh no,
Son of a bitch.
this worked earlier for me too. Let me try this one. Here we go.
play button below to hear
Oh, they screwed me out of this. Look at them.
Son
I
of
should
a
have just
bitch.
downloaded them.
this conversation with Ryan.
Now they're just like, oh,
They're just going to talk about
once. Yeah, you listened once. Now
You
it
got
comes
one.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, unfortunately, that's not going to work. I guess to as good as I was hoping it would be. but maybe we can find them.
Yeah.
I hear computer keys taking.
I do as
working on
well.
it.
Yeah, see if you can see. We can find some clips.
What was
of
his name?
Rocky, the orangutan.
Alex was the bird, yeah.
Whoops, I did Alex the chimpanzee. That's why I didn't find it.
That is not even, nope.
No,
Your
that's
Mad Libs is all over the place. Yeah, so anyways, I'll continue the story here. But yeah, he would use these really unusual sounds. Like I said, he knew that they were more human, characteristics to him. So he knew to use them to draw attention to himself. And obviously, again, there's some reward systems in place, too, because they would get, it says they'd get jelly beans or juice boxes and stuff like that, too. So he knew, that he was manipulating to get that. But yet he still changed his language pattern, basically.
That's crazy.
So is
Right.
it like syllables like chok, pa, chok, pa?
Yeah, he does a couple different things, and it's really bizarre, like
That's
I said, because
crazy.
it's like, if I can get him. Did you have
I was
any
just
luck
picturing. I
finding
was,
him?
I can't download them. I also don't know how I could play it that it would pull into Ableton.
yeah.
Oh, I'd have to. Oh wait, is that a thing I can do? Hold on. Can I do loopback? Give me half a second.
You should be able to.
Here, hang on. I think I got it.
Oh,
I got it. Let's try this. I do. Hang on. There we go.
nice.
So there's just a short one right
Whoa.
there, obviously.
But yeah, he's like, hey.
It sounds like words. Yeah.
Let me see. There was another one that he did that was just insane to me.
He's got to be careful. He's gonna have to start paying taxes.
Yeah, right. Let me try. There was one other one that when I
gonna be
heard it,
so
I was
disappointed.
like, "Oh, this is like."
How do I file?
Damn it!
I
What do you
need my-
mean you know the number but won't tell me?
I need my.
What's an
1040,
exemption?
damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the other one. Let me get this one up. I got it now. I know what to watch for. Here we go. Let's try this one.
It sounds like.
how trippy is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like an
Dinosaur.
uncle burping the alphabet.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
cool.
Like you can hear
Uncle
obviously
Rocky.
a little bit of it. But
That would
yeah,
be
it's
such
just
a great film if you put him in a
absolutely
suit. And it was
Uncle
Home
Rocky.
Alone style, and it was a kid with out his
Absolutely
family.
sellable.
But then he was like, "This is my uncle," and they're like, "Your uncle's so hairy." And he's like, "Well, cool."
You're so funny.
And they go, "I gotta take him back to the zoo. I don't want to go back to the zoo. I don't want to be in the zoo."
Wait, is this the plot of Harry and the Hendersons?
Oh yeah. Get out of here! Get out of here! I hate you. So rude, bitch.
So then another one. I got another one, but this one we won't spend a lot of time on, only because they were speaking in a language that I don't understand, which would be Korean.
No.
Yeah,
So
know
I
much.
have no way to know. I don't speak Korean, so I don't know if it would be right or not.
I do
but
not.
the interesting thing is, it's an elephant named Kosik.
Holy
Koshik.
shit.
Koshik. Kosik, but it's pronounced Koshik. And a male Indian elephant. And the interesting thing about this is he could imitate Korean sounds. Apparently, he would put his trunk in his mouth and shake it while exhaling.
Weird.
And
Kind
that
of like
was-
a whistle.
Oh, like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's kind of what they said. Kind of like how a human whistles with fingers in their mouth.
Oh
It's
my god,
kind of
that
thing.
is bonkers.
Right. But the claim is that this was in 2006 that he could imitate the Korean words for yes, no, sit, lie down, and then this is 4 other words.
That is a weird language.
But
still
it's
very
amazing
impressive.
that he, just the method that he discovered, I guess we'd say,
That's impressive. I
Right,
don't
so-
even know what to do. Like I wouldn't know what to do if I encountered an elephant at all.
But if it walked
was,
up to you,
if it was
you just sit. You'd be like,
sit down.
"Okay, you got it."
sounds like you're the boss.
Whatever,
You must be
whatever,
Tony Danza.
Whatever, Dumbo.
You must be.
Do you think they'd get it?
No,
Nice.
you could.
Nice.
You'd get a free pass on that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, anyways, that one, just a brief, look at that. But an elephant that apparently learned how to speak some, at least a couple words, which is interesting. I've never
What
thought
the-
of that.
Would the vocalizations come from the mouth and not from the nose, is because I'm picturing like a talk box. Like I don't know what's happening.
The Peter Frampton of elephants.
You walk by,
Like the Peanuts teacher.
I had no.
What's going on?
I had no idea that those three things could be bound together so easily. Peter Frampton, the Charlie Brown teacher, and boop bap boop bap boop bap boop bap boop. Didn't see it coming. Did not see that coming. That's what you get with us. Podbags.
All right.
Never know.
All right, so I've got another one. This is another one that, I mean, I kind of, you're like, yeah, maybe, but, specifically. So specifically, we're going to talk about knock, which is N-O-C. And knock was a beluga whale.
Oh, I like this already.
Yeah. He was captured by Inuit hunters for the United States Navy in 1977.
Fascinating.
Okay, military.
Yeah, and he lived in captivity until he died in 1999. But
He saw the best
had
times.
this ability as well to mimic human speech. He sounded like people talking, and of course, it kind of freaked out some of the people that captured him at first because they'd walk by, like the tank or whatever, and they're like, I hear people talking.
Right, I was just
And
saying,
they're like,
wouldn't it
"What is
amplify his voice weird too?
And interestingly, it says his vocalization started in 1984, and they stopped about 4 years later when he became sexually mature. So
I realized that wasn't getting the ladies.
he found something else to
Focus on.
Yeah,
Let's just say put the sperm in sperm. Okay.
Hey,
he put
I'm
the
swimming.
beluga in the. I don't know. I have no rhyme there.
Y'all want to make some
remember.
caveat?
He kept asking
Yeah,
for
right.
better Van Halen albums, but by 88, it was...
Ooh, right.
Oh yeah, no.
So I think this is the
Right
one.
now.
This is the one I think I was thinking about. Because, like I said, I did listen to these ahead of time, and I think this is the one that's creepy. I'm not sure though, because I listened to a couple of them, so it's kind of weird.
You're gonna have the coolest dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they say like play Blue Whale sounds like fall asleep. Can you imagine listening to this? You're just eyes bulged, wide awake.
But like we had an example, like a diver that was working in the enclosure. They came to the surface and they're like, somebody just said out, 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 and they're like, so he's like, who said that? Like, who told me to get out? And then they're like, oh, well, it was the whale that told you that.
That's kind of generous, though.
Yeah.
Right.
The whale didn't just like kill him or whatever. Just be like, hey, get out of here.
You should leave. Yeah.
Just like a ghost, right? What
here,
ghosts
boy.
always say? You live.
Zach
You're,
Baggins of animals.
yeah, exactly. You're living, eternity as a ghost. And what do you say? Get out.
Get out.
Okay, well, cool. Like, did you not know anything else? Did you forget your
That's all you learned? Come on, man.
a
so let's
ghost
see.
roast.
Let's see if we can get
Ghost
this. This
Ghost
one.
roast.
This is knock the beluga whale.
Okay.
All right.
So what is it?
That's terrifying. Yeah, right.
That is strange.
It sounds like those weird
Yeah.
like moo cow tube like instruments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the ones you spin even, or you flip them over. Yeah.
That's odd though. Yeah, at the end it does sound like
Give me
Right.
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, then with the water splashing, it's like fire.
It's
Oh my
not
God.
great.
I'm in a water hell. Oh.
I breathe oxygen. What does this even mean? Poor guy.
So-
knocking on hell's door.
We've got time. I've got time for one more. I'm going to give you one more. That's all I
Love
have
it.
time for. And then I gotta go. So
Yeah.
we're being
Depart.
Lightning
prompt
round, lightning
today. So this last one, this is the cool one too, though. This is Hoover the seal. Yeah. Hoover the seal. He lived from. He was born in 1971 roughly, and then passed away in 1985. And he was a harbor seal. And this gentleman, Scotty Dunning, discovered this small seal pup. And he tried to find the mother to return it to her and couldn't. So he called his brother-in-law to help him out. Like, hey, I've got this seal. can't find his mom. Are you willing to help me out? So they looked for her. Unfortunately, they found her passed away among the rocks. She was dead.
I figured.
Yeah. So the brother-in-law, his name is George Swallow, decided to take. Yes, it is. He decided to take the seal pup home with him. And so obviously they took some time to try to figure out. They were trying to feed him. Once they found the right thing, obviously what happened was this thing ate a lot, and that's why they named it Hoover, because it would just suck up all of the food.
I thought it was a political beliefs thing.
No, it wasn't a Herbert Hoover thing. It was the vacuum.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So they kept him in their bathtub, and then they moved him out back to a pond. And basically they, made a pond out back for him, and that's where he started to live, as part of his life. So they were obviously trying to, they were feeding him constantly, all of that. And George, basically the dad, the human dad, he would talk to Hoover, and, he would say hello, and he would say things like that. And basically what ended up happening is, or at least the assumption is, the seal started basically to start mimicking George because of, he would talk to him. He'd say hello or how you doing? Or hey.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because they even say that, like, he would start, Hoover, when he starts talking, he actually would imitate Swallow, George, his accent, which is a New England accent. So he kind of had that.
He was Peter Griffin?
Yeah, he's the Peter Griffin of the seals, right?
It's worth my time I was a seal.
So he would say things like, hello there, and come over here. He would say things like that. And apparently he even showed up, like he was on Good Morning America at one point. So, yeah, so it was kind of interesting. And again, I have this one too. This is another audio. And this is the one, I like I said, I listened to a few, but I do remember this is the one that kind of creeped me out just because of how kind of human it sounds.
Why are you trying to curse me, Dave? You know I'm going to have some trippy... Come on, man.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Here we go. We're going to hear Hoover the seal.
Was that all the seal?
Yes.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I thought
That's
it was
the
like
thing.
someone was saying, and then he was
Trying to get him to say
That's
it,
super
yeah.
impressive.
They're saying, yeah, that is all samples of him. And obviously, it's not like distinct where you're not like, oh my gosh, I perfectly
It's enough,
hear
though,
everything.
that if I had my back turned, I'll go, oh, what'd you
Is
say,
that
huh?
a person?
Yeah, it does sound like a kind of grumpy old New England guy.
Oh, yeah, like a sea captain.
Yeah.
That people say brown, and my name is close enough. They'll go like, what? They go,
Yeah.
oh, no, not you. And I go, oh.
So, yeah, I mean, just absolutely crazy, I mean, and like I said, like we were talking about at the beginning, obviously, some of this is obviously imitation. It's mimicry.
Yeah.
It's not exact, word for word, and they understand everything they're doing. They're just kind of saying, oh, I've heard this in my environment. Just like, we
Like a
meow at
baby.
our cats, we bark at
Oh,
our
yeah.
dogs, we do all that too. So, we understand that. That's how that happens, right?
And he developed a beautiful singing voice, and then he went on to be on the Joel Schumacher Batman soundtrack.
Cool. It's a seal joke.
There's a pond behind George Swallow's house.
That joke is my seal of approval.
Remains.
Seal remains like my mother. Oh, you went dark. Danger went dark.
She lied on the rock, but did you know I was on the show Good Morning America? And
Oh, you're great.
okay,
I was really hoping.
To a seal from the road.
The
Wow.
Batman soundtrack.
Ooh. So I'll give you the quick synopsis here. I did have one other one, and I'll give you just a quick. This is the very quick. So Washoe, the chimpanzee, was one of the other ones. And the interesting thing with Washoe, born in 1965 to 2007, apparently is credited as the first non-human to learn to communicate using American Sign Language.
okay, so specifically,
Learned theirs. Okay.
So they were using sign language, but she was captured and used for U.S. Air Force, U.S. Space Program, so probably not the best scenario for her.
so what you're
but-
saying is we just need them under stress. Oh, no.
Duress.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Does that hurt? Yeah, this really sucks.
Yeah, that's
Wow, they just spoke to us.
They're like trying to waterboard it. It's like,
like that's not. They can't talk.
Talk!
Yeah, really.
Talk, damn you.
No.
No, dang.
Well, that was crazy. Show us some bananas.
Fairly bad.
So yeah,
names in
so I
Shark's
mean,
Torture.
It was quite an
There's
odd collection.
Yeah.
exactly. Like more animals than I thought. Even,
Did
you know
not
what
think
I mean?
it went
And how
beyond words.
close they got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like some of the ability is pretty uncanny. You know, of
I
how
thought
close
birds was the
you're-
limit. I thought that was
Right.
the end of the line. That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, IRS,
So that is,
keep an eye out.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tax those fuckers.
That's right. Get them.
Get them good. How dare they talk around me?
You better pay your taxes.
Do you know what? The difference between talk and taxes is only a couple letters.
I think. I don't know.
So
Like, I don't know.
Those who talks get taxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Get them.
It's the IRS motto.
Those
They just look like Sling Blade. Overalls that just have
get
IRS just ironed on.
It's upside down in my head, which is fantastic.
Yeah, the S is backwards like a little kid.
It should be R though, because then it'd be like Toys R Us,
you're
but
right.
it's IRS.
That's way funnier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the Toys R Us logo, but it's the IRS logo.
That's so stupid.
It is dumb, and I love it.
And it's a talking giraffe.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
It's
were
not
probably-
Jeffrey the giraffe. It's
That's why he went bankrupt. He started
He
talking
started
and they
talking.
taxed him into just submission.
yeah, we got some good news, we got some bad news.
Jeff, we have to let you go.
What?
What?
I just
I'm
started
like
talking.
the guy.
Meet at the
On the sun. Come on.
We appreciate you sticking your neck out for us.
Come on, man. That's not funny.
I got a lot of.
So yeah. So anyways, there's our deep investigation into talking animals
Yeah.
and Swearrots.
They're just going to develop more.
I know. There's just
Yeah.
going to be a
Kind of exciting because then what if a
bunch?
bunch like escape?
And they're all British swearing, so that's even funnier yet.
100%.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. Like, are they gonna have like a dance fight? They're gonna have a rumble in the. Like, you can't snap. They got wing
Rumble in
fingies.
the.
Yeah,
They
what are
could
what are
they
gonna
could
do?
sing the
Fartfordshire?
snap though. They could articulate it that way.
Oh,
Because
that's
birds
true.
can do that. Just click.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
Think of all the dance moves it leaves their hands open to do. That's just that's
and
genius.
they can fly more moves like flips.
And they don't even have to learn the dance routines. They'll just wing it.
This guy.
Wow. Full circle.
This guy.
I know, right, yeah. So, anyways, that is it for us today. We appreciate.
Bye.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Usually
Yeah.
it says more.
I know. I didn't. Yeah, I'm,
Just
whatever.
letting it sit. Just sincere. He was looking into our eyes.
It is. It was a heavy topic. So the animals are coming for us. They're learning speech. They're getting faster. They're getting
Look
smarter.
behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna tax us.
But yeah, that's it. So thanks for listening. We do appreciate that. Take a moment if you can to like and subscribe and follow us. We are on all of the major podcast apps now.
It's only a couple clicks, man. Give it.
Yep, you can give us a review. That certainly helps too. It increases our visibility, which increases our listenership, which allows us to make more stuff for you guys to listen and absorb and
Fill
get
your ears
educated
with.
on.
Correct.
So any comments and feedback too, you can certainly give us those. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/podbags and on Instagram. We just posted a new Instagram post.
Yep.
Worst Thanksgiving song ever.
Bet you didn't see it.
At Podbags Podcast on Instagram. And then you can email us directly at podbagspodcast@gmail.com.
And you can call
And
Dave's
those-
personal cell phone number at
At
the Social Security.
555 BIRDLAW.
love it.
I wish I could spell.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That sounds really cool.
Sounds really intense.
So, anyways, that
I thought
is
they
it
called
for-
people with numbers.
We've evolved. We use letters now. It keeps the animals away.
That's how we get them. Yeah. That's how, ooh. Think of how many spam calls you'd get then. Woo.
So yeah, that is it for this week. This is another episode for us that we have bagged and tagged.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like we're related or something.
See you
really
next
cool.
week. Have a good week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.